Ladies and gents, welcome back to the TSR YouTube channel for episode number 7 of the Glory Hunter save here at Crystal Palace in season number 1. Festive period is over and the January transfer window is about to open. As always, we will start things by having a little look at the calendar and the fixtures for today's episode. As always, 5 games coming your way. 3 play, 2 sim. That will start with Fulham at home to wrap off 2025. It's then Newcastle away before a double bill of Aston Villa at home in the league. Home in the Cup, Sunderland away, Chelsea at home. They are currently the games in the schedule. I'm not sure whether there's any Cup games to be sprinkled in there or not. Little look at the table as well. Things are going pretty well so far. We're obviously qualified for the knockout stages of the Conference League, so we don't need to worry about that. We finished top of the pile thanks to our superior goal difference record. Manchester City currently lead the way, no surprises there. They have yet to lose a game this season. They're on 51 points. Arsenal just 2 points behind them. Manchester City have drawn a few. Liverpool in third on 37. We are in fourth on 35 points. We do have a game in hand over Arsenal and over Chelsea below us, but we won't worry too much about that. In the meantime, Aston Villa in 6th, Forest in 7th, United in 8th, Sunderland and Newcastle also in the top 10, and down at the bottom, Burnley, who did get their first win of the season in the last episode on 7 points, Wolves and Brentford, the other sides in the relegation zone. So the January transfer window will open after this game. This is the current squad of players. I'm pretty happy with what we've got. The only concern is the backup left back and backup right back. We don't really have any great options there. So I think if we're going to bring in anybody, that's where we're going to look for. We have got a couple of scouts out looking for somebody. I'm not going to go out and get just anybody. If it's the right player and it's the right fit for the club, we'll bring them in. I think we may look to get rid of a couple as well. Amada, again, he's one that can go. Kamada as well. Both of those two I will look to shift out, I think. I'm not sure we'll make any other change other than that. We don't really have any transfer budget, so I'm hoping we can get something for both of them. We're going to look to keep Mark Gay for the rest of the season. I won't accept an offer for him. We'll let his contract run down. But other than that, I think we'll probably stick with what we've got. And finally, before we get into the first game against Fulham, as always, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. Get yourself down in the comments. Give the video a little thumbs up. Help to spread it to new viewers who are maybe looking to find some FC career mode content. If you are enjoying the save, please get yourself down in the comments. Let me know. Get me some feedback in the save. I appreciate the people that have been commenting on these videos so far. But without further ado, we've got a game against Fulham to kickstart episode number 7. Off and running then in episode number 7 to wrap up 2025. What a year it's been for the club. See in real life and in this save so far. Silverware on the table and we are looking for more. We're in very good positions in the various competitions that we are in. And we are looking to finish the year off on a high and hopefully keep up our league form, which has been absolutely sublime up to now. Down the far left-hand side. Can he get the ball into the box to Jean-Philippe Mateta? He can't. Fulham clear the ball. The only change for this game, I should have mentioned at the start, we have just rested Sarr on that right-hand side, just looking a little bit leggy after what has been a very, very busy festive period. So just making sure we rest and rotate where we can. We don't want to risk any injuries. We can't really afford the injuries with the squad depth that we've got. And Esse's come in for Sarr, coming into action now, but unfortunately it goes over the top of the bar. First signs of anything in this game. Cooper Miners finds Adam Wharton. Adam Wharton's going to try and find Esse and does find Esse, and Esse can now try and drive it down the wing. We'll look back on the edge again for Cooper Miners. Wharton, just patient build-up players. Jefferson Lerma gets on the ball now. Can he find? Cooper Miners does. Finds Mateta and Fulham with absolutely everybody behind the ball, making it extremely difficult for us to break down. We've seen that several times this season as Jefferson Lerma gives the ball away and Fulham potentially have a chance to build something from just inside the Crystal Palace half. Does really well to find Cooper Miners. That's a wonderful hold-up play from Jean-Philippe Mateta. Cooper Miners got nowhere to go, and that's the problem. If Jean-Philippe Mateta drops deep, which he is good at, it leaves us just with no outlet because we don't really have the pace to be breaking down the final line. Mateta, again, just waiting for a run of somebody make a move. Jefferson Lerma's there. Yeremy Pino now into the box. Can he cut it back? Does cut it back. Jefferson Lerma, one more to Esse on the edge of the box, and that is as good as it's got so far for Crystal Palace, and it's the best chance of the game, and that probably says all you need to know about our performance so far. And that wire just looking to make something happen early in this second half. Esse can't get there. Robinson got him in his pocket so far. I think it's going to be time for Ismaila Sarr to get him. I'd love to give him 90 minutes where he doesn't have to play, but it seems that every time we rest him, we're in a little scrappy game like this where feel like I need to bring him on to make something happen. Cooper Miners now. Can he find Mateta? Does find Mateta. There's a chance. There's a chance for Jean-Philippe Mateta, but Leno's there. That's the best chance of the game. That's what we've been looking for. Unfortunately, the angle just narrowed and we couldn't quite hit the back of the net. Finds Mitchell on the overlap. That's better. That's what we want Tyreek Mitchell doing. Has he got the pace? Hasn't quite got the pace, but it does get it away. Cooper Miners now on the edge of the box. From distance. Good save again from Leno. That's where you want the Cooper Miners. That's where you want that little bit of pocket of space to open up. We've got a chance to reset it here and go again. Cooper Miners. Cooper Miners again can drive into the box, but this time Bassey is there. An absolute brick wall for Fulham. It's going to be one of those days, unfortunately, Craven Cottage. 1 minute added on. Absolutely nothing to write home about. Trying to make some changes. It's just not worked, and we've got a chance late here, but the referee's surely going to blow the whistle now. It's disappointing. It's a disappointing way to start episode number 7. The unbeaten run does continue. We are on a good run of form, but just a little bit lackadaisical. And I haven't questioned the tactic for the last couple of episodes, but 2 up top. Would it suit us? Would it suit our style a little bit better? Potentially. We'll have a think. It finishes Crystal Palace 0, Fulham 0. So a little bit of bad news straight after that game. Uchecha has been recalled by Getafe following a lack of playing time. That means that Jean-Philippe Mateta obviously is still leading the line, and Nketiah then becomes the backup. All of a sudden, we may need to look for a striker. So I think, based on that, we are going to have to get a scout out and about. I think let's just scout England and see if we can. Oh, we've already got one on England. Let's do one in Germany, and then we'll just get an instruction set up for a striker, because again, loan is probably what we want there. Let's do first team quality, but that's a little spanner in the works that I hadn't quite predicted before this episode started. So we'll simulate this next game against Newcastle. Again, a couple of changes. We're going to risk Mateta and Sarr on the right. Jones comes into the start, as does Junior on the left-hand side. Everything else is as it was. Newcastle are currently 11th. We could do with a little bounce-back win here, if possible. No, 4-2 defeat. That is not good news at all. Bruno and Hall gave them a 2-0 lead before Cooper Miners got one back. Elanga got another, their third. Cooper Miners got our second before the game was settled by Gordon. League form a little bit in the mud, and now we've got a decision to make, because we've got Aston Villa next in the league, but then we've got them in the FA Cup. And the FA Cup, of course, is a competition that I would quite like to win. Obviously, it's part of the Glory Hunter process, if you will. We've got a little bit of room to play with in terms of the points. We've got a 3-point gap back to Man United. Aston Villa are one of the teams hunting us down. They are 6 points behind us. I think we're going to have to simulate the Villa game, play the cup game, and then play the game against Sunderland. And that's the best way of maxing it. As we said, we will simulate this game, and Nketiah is going to lead the line. The only real change on Jefferson Lerma drops out for Curtis Jones. Adam Wharton back in. We'll keep Pino on the left this time. Sarr stays on the right, although his fitness isn't great. Again, we need a better result here, because otherwise it's 3 without a win. There's the win that we so desperately needed. Ismaila Sarr got the equaliser. Aston Villa actually took the lead. 43 minutes, Sarr got one. Or Esse got one off the wide position. And then Nketiah got the third and final goal. That is exactly what we needed. We took a little bit of a gamble simulating that game because our league form was in the bin. But it has paid off. Back to Selhurst Park then. This time, FA Cup action. As we said previously, one of the competitions that in this bid for eternal glory, we do want to win. This season maybe stretched too far, and a game against Aston Villa could have had an easier tie, let's be honest. We have rested some of our big names in the hope of just keeping them fit as Jean-Philippe Mateta rises. But yeah, just rested a few names just because fitness is somewhat of a concern across the board. We played so many games in such a short period of time, and squad depth isn't the one thing we're blessed with, unfortunately. Neither is transfer budget. Is the Villa are coming forward now, and again, of course, we've just played them in the league at home, beat them in the simulation game, and Rodgers in on goal here, and Wharton's there. So we'll be looking to replicate that, but Aston Villa have got a corner hit. 8 minutes in. Ball comes into the box. Can we get the ball clear? Look, we has to get the ball clear. Only as far as Degani. Degani on the edge of the box. Can't get a foot in. Rodgers now. Konsa. Aston Villa very much keeping this alive. Konsa from distance, and Henderson makes a big early save. Mateta. Wonderful ball out wide. This time to Edmondson Jr. who's coming in. off the right-hand side. This time shoots across to keeper Martinez with a huge save. Big opportunity for both sides in the first 15 minutes. We look on just barking some instructions from the touchline as Adam Wharton now will swing the ball into the box. Looks for a head at the front post. Chalobah does find the head, tips it onto the bar. Martinez again with another big, vital save early in this FA Cup clash. Finds Kamara. Again, really good play and thankfully just breaks down. Can we look to build something quickly? Quick distribution from Henderson. Finds Munoz. Munoz will look down the line and finds Junior, and he's got a bit of space to run into. It's a really good through ball down this right-hand side. Is anyone in the box? Nobody's in the box. Can Jean-Philippe Mateta get in there? No, he can't. Conte's there. Jean-Philippe Mateta just slightly out of position and couldn't transition quick enough, and that is going to be a yellow card, I would imagine. To Cooper Miners, it is. Chance for Gassan now as Curtis Jones has found himself in the fullback position, but does really well to allow Chalobah to take his position. And yeah, and it's just good. It's good work rate from everyone on the pitch. Now we can potentially look to break Jones to Mateta. Jean-Philippe Mateta, can he skin his man? Heavy touch in these treacherous conditions. Find Everson Jr. We'll just try and cut back and find Jean-Philippe Mateta. And again, Martinez is there to deny us. Would have been a wonderful goal. Put this ball into the box. Pino now. Can he find the head of anybody? No, he can't. We might be able to reset this though. Junior's back there. I said, is he onside? He is onside. Pino's there, and Pino's going to try and spread the play. Goes to Curtis Jones, and Curtis Jones takes a big heavy touch, but finds Cooper Miners. To Munoz. To Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones was on the edge of the box. Can anybody just get a way of wriggling free? Emerson Jr. now. Down the line. Digs the ball to the box. To Philippe Mateta. Goal! We lead on the stroke of half-time. 1 minute added on. 4 played. Questions will be asked of the referee, but Jean-Philippe Mateta rises. And finally, we have the breakthrough. I think that's been deserved. Brilliant from Junior. Down the right-hand side, just digs the ball in. Jean-Philippe Mateta rises like a salmon. Absolutely no way he is missing that head into the top right-hand corner. Crystal Palace 1, Aston Villa 0. Brilliant from Curtis Jones. Absolutely sensational from that man. It's proving to be very, very important for us, and very smart signing along with Cooper Miners to this team. And we've got a potential chance here to make something happen. Curtis Jones is going to find himself on the ball again here. Goes out wide to Yeremy Pino. Yeremy Pino's going to use his feet. Can he find a pocket of space? Does really well. Wharton. Cooper Miners on his right foot. Never beating Martinez from there, but that's really good. Bright build-up play from Crystal Palace, not sitting on this 1-goal lead. Rodgers. Chance. Corner for Aston Villa. 65 minutes into this game. They make their first substitution. Marlon comes onto the pitch. Rodgers is there again. He's been absolutely everywhere for Aston Villa. Can we get the ball out? We do get the ball out. Good enough. We can breathe for a split second, but Lucas Digne's going to try and reset the ball. Jean-Philippe Mateta's there. We'll make some subs. Emerson Jr. finding again a bit of space down this right-hand side. Can he find Nketiah? Does find Nketiah. Nketiah's first touch is brilliant. Second touch isn't great, but does force Martinez into a save. We've got 5 minutes of this third round FA Cup tie to go, and Chalobah's there, but that's going to be over the bar. That's going to be a goal kick. We just need to try and hold on it. Again, not an easy draw. Home tie, thankfully, yes, but Aston Villa in the third round when it could be absolutely anybody. Not necessarily the tie you would want. However, we have been very good today. A much improved performance than we saw against Fulham. We took the opportunity that has us just 1 minute plus whatever the referee deems to add on. I can't imagine it'd be too much. We've not had too many breaks in play in this second half. 2 minutes added on. Conte now playing back. Aston Villa have got to go forward here. Kamara. Memphis Depay in an Aston Villa shirt. That's a sign that I didn't see sneak through. And surely the referee's going to blow his whistle now. He played a lot in the first half. Much there, Tobias Curtis Jones is there. That's going to be full time. Into the fourth round and into the hat for the next draw. Step 1 of the FA Cup journey. Done. First challenge overcome. Good, solid performance. 2 victories against Aston Villa in the same week. Thank you very much. And into the fourth round of the FA Cup at the first time of asking. Sway day of the episode, and it comes in the final one. Sunderland away, and before the start of the season, we'd have seen like an easy fixture. They are currently 7th in the table, and they are absolutely flying. So this is not going to be an easy game. I mean, no game is easy in the Premier League, I suppose, but we're just looking to continue what we finished in Aston Villa's, both of those performances, both in the sim and the game that we played in the FA Cup, because they were both Very, very good performances and what we want to continue. Most importantly, Ismaila Sarr back in the starting lineup and back on the ball for Aston Villa. That's exactly what we want to see and exactly what the Crystal Palace fans want to see. Goes back to Cooper Miners, to Jones. Just throws it back to Mitchell. Again, Sunderland packing everyone behind the ball, as you would expect. Ismaila Sarr now does really well, just trying to find a little pocket of space, and now finds Munoz on the overlap, and Munoz is going to take a touch, and Munoz is going to put the ball into the box and try and find Jean-Philippe Mateta, but can't. Curtis Jones will reset this to Adam Wharton. To Curtis Jones, and Diarra is going to be there to win the ball, and the chance eventually breaks down, but a good bright first 10 minutes for the visitors. That's for Sunderland to potentially give the home fans a shout. Adingra, Diarra, Granit Xhaka. Again, really nice football from Sunderland. A chance here. Brodberry shot. Mark Gay with a block. Corner for Sunderland. That will lift the home fans' spirits. Still 0-0. 28 minutes gone. Can we get the ball clear? Brodberry's there and just over the top of the bar, thankfully for us. First real danger signs from the Black Cats. And luckily for us, can't make that corner pay. Not really happening for us at the minute. We've got a chance again. Down the right-hand side, Munoz to Ismaila Sarr. To Cooper Miners. Cooper Miners, the space is open up. Cooper Miners going to shoot for a distance. Oh! What a strike that is. His 8th goal of the season. He truly is an absolute superstar. He is so good in that cam position. Finds the pocket of space. And you do not leave Cooper Miners with that much space. Out of absolutely nothing. We have a lead at the Stadium of Light. Crystal Palace 1, Sunderland 0. Dinger now into the box. I want to let Sunderland back into this. Chance here for Sunderland. Goal. The first time they've really threatened on a counter-attack, and Brodberry's there. And 4 minutes into the second half, Sunderland are back on level terms. It's a sloppy goal to concede. It really is. Adingra just ran down the line. Mark Gay couldn't get across, and Brodberry was just there. Good finish across the keeper. 1-1, game on. Wharton just looking for a bit of magic here if we can. Jean-Philippe Mateta's in. Surely not. It is. Bang! Bang! What a start to the second half this is. Jean-Philippe Mateta with his 5th goal of the season. And as soon as Sunderland hit back, we hit them back again. That is a wonderful ball through from Curtis Jones. Brilliant couple of touches from Jean-Philippe Mateta. Falling away. Smashes it into the top right corner. We're back ahead. Slowly building again. And Ismaila Sarr in again. Ismaila Sarr loves a goal away from home. Gets another one. And that should be game, set and match. 3 points in the bag. You can't keep him quiet for long. His 9th goal of the season. And it is an absolute thundercracker. Wonderful hold-up play again from Jean-Philippe Mateta. He's brilliant in there, but he needs Ismaila Sarr on his right-hand side if he's going to play like that. We need to keep that man fit. Wrap him up in cotton wool because he is absolutely superb. Still, with 5 minutes to go, still just looking for another one. Again, you never know how important goal difference may be come the end of the season. We will push for every goal we can get. Unfortunately, we won't get another one here as Sunderland potentially look to get one late back, but we are going to get all 3 points. And when Sunderland equalised early in the second half, I thought, oh, God, is it just going to be another one of those games? Another one of those games where we just can't quite grind out the 3 points. But absolutely brilliant from the likes of Jean-Philippe Mateta and Ismaila Sarr. We just look like a completely different side when he is on the pitch. That is for sure. Cooper Miners again with that wonderful goal. And that is a full time. We are back to our best and we are back to winning ways. That is the most important thing. Another 3 points away from home. Another very good performance as we head towards the end of January. Sunderland 1, Crystal Palace 3. Episode 7 in the book then, and a little look at the league table. Manchester City lead the way. They have finally been beaten. They've lost their first game of the season. Their lead is cut down just to 1 point. We are nowhere near the top of the table. Liverpool in 3rd on 46. We are in 4th on 42. We have a 6-point gap back to Chelsea now, which is the important thing. Manchester United also 6 points behind for Spurs in 7th. So things, from a league point of view, looking very, very good indeed. Of course, we did win that game in the FA Cup as well. Burnley still bottom of the table. Have picked up a couple of wins though, and all of a sudden are only 2 points off the relegation. So Brentford, Wolves, the sides in danger, Leeds just out of it. So Burnley picking up a bit of form. Of course, in the next episode, the January transfer window will slam shut. The only game on the calendar at the minute is Chelsea at home in the next game. We will look to potentially sign some players. I think we'll use the loan market more than anything in the next episode. We've got the scouts out working. That will be the plan for episode number 8 for sure. And then we look into February. It's away to Forest, away to Brighton, home to Burnley. We have Sheffield United in the FA Cup, a much kinder draw to us before Wolves and Manchester United to finish off the month of February. Things are looking pretty good. Obviously, the Conference League draw has yet to be done. We haven't learnt our fate in that competition yet, so it won't be long before we're looking back towards European football. But so far, so good. Things are looking pretty rosy. As always, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I'll see you on Thursday for episode number 8.